Hi there, my name is Pamela Trujillo and I work at SLT in New York City, and this is Trainer of the Month Club with Well+Good. So today we have a 30-minute full body video. And what you need today are your mat. I like to fold mine in half so it takes up less space and you have a little bit more cushioning, and then your sliders. And if you don't have sliders, you can just use small hand towels. We're gonna start in a high plank. So your hands will be on the mat, the balls of your feet on the sliders. So extend your legs long and just hold. Push down in your palms, lift your chest up away from the mat, pull your tailbone back and down, squeeze your abs. And now start to slide your left knee across your body towards the right. Pause, and then now straighten your leg and lift your right arm up to the ceiling, hold. And then now drop the right hand. Let's bend the left knee back in, straighten your leg, back to starting position. Let's do the right side. So start to bend your right knee across your body, straighten your leg, lift up your left arm, put it back down with control, back to starting position. So just keep doing that. Every time you lift up, you wanna lift up out of your shoulder as well. Your hand lands gently on the mat. Just got 10 more seconds, and then we're gonna be back in our high plank, okay? So legs go long, we're facing the ground in our high plank in 4, 3, 2. All right, so your legs are long. Zip your legs together, and then now it's gonna be bear. So let's start to bend our knees in super slow for 2. Bend slow for 3. Bend slow for 4, and then slowly straighten your legs for 2. Straighten slow for 3. Straighten slow for 4. So as you bend your knees, you want to keep your hips up in line with your shoulders. They can be like an inch or 2 higher. You just don't want to be so high in the air that you lose the tension. And just scoop your abs up and in. Pause your knees when they're about under your hips. Slowly slide back. And you always want to really push down in your hands to lift your chest up out of your shoulders. And don't worry, we get to lay down next, okay? You got 12 seconds. And then it's gonna be crunches. So we lay down on the mat, your feet will be on the floor, knees bent. 7 more, just regular old crunches. We get to lay down on the mat, feet on the floor. 4, 3, 2. All right, so we can put the sliders to the side for now. And then let's lay down on the mat. Your knees will be bent, feet on the floor, and just lightly place your hands behind your ears. We're gonna lift just the head, neck, and shoulders nice and slow. Let's do it up slow for 2, 3, 4. Do a little pause at the top. Now lower down with control. 2, 3, 4. Your head lands nice and gently. So you're really light behind your ears, so you're not actively like pulling on your neck here. It's your abs doing all the work. And try to do that little pause at the top, get a good squeeze, and then now gently roll down. 10 seconds, we're gonna hold at the top, really squeeze your abs. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, hold at the top. Now, twist your upper body to the left, lift your left leg, elbow to knee, put it back down, let's do the other side. So twist, lift your leg, and then tap your knee to your elbow, if you can. If not, just get them in as close as you can. But try to stay lifted in your upper body as much as you can. You got 8 more of this. We're gonna be back in the center, feet on the floor. Try to keep your head, neck, and shoulders lifted. In 4, 3, 2, pause, stay lifted. Now extend your arms long, hands touch. It's gonna pulse it out to finish. Let's go up, up, up. Yeah, you should feel those upper abs fire up here. We get to lay the head, neck, and shoulders down next. You got 12 more seconds. You can do it. Keep going. It's gonna be leg lifts. We lay down, legs to the ceiling. You got 7 more. I feel it too. Leg lifts. We lay down, legs to the ceiling. You got it. 4, 3, 2. Whew. All right, so we get to lay the head, neck, and shoulders down. Arms down by your hips, palms face the ground. Spread your fingers out. Now let's lift the legs up to the ceiling. You can have a little micro bend in your legs if you're not that flexible, like I'm not. All right, let's start to lower the legs super slow. Down slow for 2. Lower down for 3. Lower down for 4. Scoop your abs up and in, lift up. 2. Lift up 3. Lift up for 4. If you want more of a challenge, when you lower your legs, you can bring them pretty low to the ground like that. But you have to press your lower back down into the mat. Okay, so belly button to spine. Make sure you're not feeling anything in that lower back. And if not, it does not have to be a big range of motion. You can just lower down like halfway, come up. And nice and slow, lift. We're almost done with center core. We have lower body coming next. But we got a little fun variation to finish this, okay? 8 seconds, you're gonna hold about halfway down. Halfway down, really squeeze your abs. And 4, 3, 2, halfway down, squeeze your abs, press your lower back down into the mat. And then now, give me little flutter kicks with your feet, little up, down, up, down. For the extra challenge, if you can, lift your head, neck, and shoulders, hands behind your ears. That way, we got the lower abs working and the upper abs. 12 more seconds, you got this. We're gonna stand up, elevator lunge on the left. We get a slider. You got 7 more seconds, keep going. Elevator lunge on the left. We grab a slider in 4, 3, 2, whew. All right, stand up. And then grab a slider. It's gonna be the left foot forward. I like to use the mat to cushion my foot. You don't have to if you don't want to. Just make sure the left foot's forward. The ball of your right foot is on the slider. So lift your right heel high. We're gonna start in a hold. All right, so let's bend the left knee, hinge your chest forward, come all the way down to 90 and pause. So you wanna make sure your left knee's over your left ankle. You're hinging forward, shin over shin, your thighs almost parallel to the ground. All right, now we're gonna rise. Try not to beat me. Let's do it. Up slow for 2. Up slow for 3. Up slow for 4 if you can. Keep a little micro bend in your left knee. And now let's lower down, bend your knee, hinge forward, hips go back. 2, 3, 4, and then dig through your heel, contract your left glute, rise up nice and slow. So with this move, you wanna watch your left knee. I feel like when we lunge, it naturally wants to jut out. So make sure your knee stays right over your ankle so you're not in your connective tissue. And again, you're hinging forward just enough so you're not in your back. And try to get low like this. See how low I am? My thighs almost parallel to the ground. That way you hit your glute and you're not just hanging out in your quad. It helps if you keep your abs engaged to keep your balance as well. Back heel stays lifted. 8 seconds. We got the first hold coming, okay? We got 2. All right, we're gonna hold at the bottom. Try to get your thigh almost parallel to the ground. In 4, 3, 2, hold. Now from here, it's just gonna be a little pulse in this left hip, all right? So just up 2 inches, down 2. Try to take that little pause in between each one, right? Try not to make it a bounce. Get the most out of every second. 10 more, that's it. Full range. We're gonna go down first. In 5, 4, 3, 2, down. Now come up slower than you want to. Let's do it for 2. Up slow, 3. Up slow for 4. Yes, you should feel a really nice burn. And then go for that next one right away. Just inhale. And then big exhale on the way up. Let your breath help you. It will, I promise. All right, you got one more hold with this one. One more variation. We do a little combo to finish. One more move in this leg, okay? So make sure you're still going slow, still getting low. Because in 8 seconds, we got the next hold. So one more time, you hold at the bottom, try to get your thigh almost parallel to the ground. In 4, 3, 2, let's do it. Hold, now stay low. We're gonna do what we call a carriage kick. So you're gonna bend your back knee, drag it in for 2, 3, 4, straight and slow. 2, 3, 4, try to stay low. Let the tension build in your left leg. Dig through your front heel and the ball of your back foot. 12 more. We're gonna finish this with a combo. It's gonna be 1 lunge, 1 kick. First, straighten the back leg and pause. 5, 4, 3, 2, back leg goes long. Pause, now come up super slow. Let's do it. 2, 3, 4, yes. Let's go back down. 2, 3, 4, pause. Give me 1 kick. You just bend your knee in, straighten, pause, rise up. So you want to take that pause. Try not to let them bleed into each other and use momentum. You only have one more move in this leg. And it's coming in 12 seconds. It's gonna be a side lunge. We're just gonna pivot to face the right, keep your slider. 7 more, you got it. Side lunge, we pivot to face the right, you keep your slider. In 4, 3, 2. All right, let's come to the top. You're gonna keep the ball of your right foot on your slider. Lift your heel high, starting to hold. So all the weight stays on the left side. So sit your hips back and down. You wanna keep your left hip, knee, ankle all in line with each other. Hold, shift your knee back. It's gonna stick up a little bit. You're in your heel. Let's start to rise really slow for 2. Rise slow for 3. Up slow for 4. Now hips go back and down slow for 2. Back and down for 3. Back and down for 4. So with this one, your knee is gonna stick out a little bit just because of our anatomy. But when we lower down, you just wanna shift it back just as much as you can by sitting your hips back and down, like there's a little chair back there you're gonna sit on. Bringing your chest forward is gonna help too. All of your weight is in your heel. You should be able to wiggle your toes on your left foot. In 10 seconds though, we're gonna hold. Just get as low as you can without getting in your knee. We're at the bottom. In 5, 4, 3, 2, let's do it. So hold at the bottom, all the weight on the left side. Stay low. Now we have a side carriage kick. So bend the right knee in slow for 2, 3, 4, I know, straight and slow, 2, 3, 4, stay low. Just dig through your front heel here, right? And let the tension build. Try not to run away from it because you got 8 more, that's it. Full range, right leg goes long. We're gonna go down a little first. In 4, 3, 2, straighten your leg, pause, go down a little. I know, come up slow, let's do it. 2, 3, 4. Yes, you should feel a really good burn. I feel it too. Let's go for the next one. Just inhale. Big exhale at the top. Just imagine there's energy just like driving up through your heel. And if your leg is shaking, if it's burning, all good signs that you're doing the work. One more hold, and then we're gonna be done with this leg. We got obliques next, okay? 12 seconds. All right, you ready? One more time. You're just gonna hold as low as you can, but again, without getting in your knee. All right, we're at the bottom. One more time. In 5, 4, 3, 2, let's do it. You're at the bottom, pause. It's just gonna be a pulse. So just pulse up 2 inches, down 2. You got it. Try not to run away from this feeling. Reset your mind to see it as a good thing because you got 8 more. That's it. We go full range to finish. You're gonna go down a little bit first. Say yes. You got 4, 3, 2, down. Now come up slower than you want to. Let's do it. 2, 3, 4. Yep, I feel it too. Let's finish it out. You got 12 more seconds and then it's gonna be mermaid on the left. We just get to kneel on the mat. Mermaid on the left. We're gonna kneel on the mat. In 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, we're done with the left leg. So let's go ahead and kneel on the mat here. Once you're here, extend your left leg out long. Make sure the whole bottom of your foot's completely planted on the floor. Now wrap your right arm around your waist. Extend your left arm out long. First, let's create the diagonal. So you're gonna lower down to the right, just enough so that you have a diagonal. Pause. We never come up more than this. Now let's continue to lower down to the right. Slow for 2. Lower down for 3. Lower down for 4. And then now lift up. Use that oblique. 2, 3, 4. Again, we pause at the diagonal so we keep some tension in your oblique. Try to keep a straight spine here. Like you have a metal rod in your back. You come down to you're almost parallel to the ground if you can. Grow taller through the crown of your head. Abs stay engaged. You got your oblique lifting you up. And then super slow. You just want to make sure you're not rounding in that spine at all, okay? 8 seconds though. We're gonna hold about halfway down and you really squeeze your abs. Halfway down in 4, 3, 2, pause. Now try to keep your torso nice and still. Hands behind the ears. I know. And then now extend your arms up top. Whoo, bring it back in. Extend, bring it back in. The tension should be building in that left oblique. You got 12 seconds. You can do this. It's gonna be snake, hands mat, feet sliders. 7 more, keep going. Snake, hands mat, feet sliders. 4, 3, 2. All right, so hands mat, feet sliders. Let's start in a high plank here. And then once you're here, you're gonna cross your left foot in front of your right. Open up your hips, knees, and toes to face the right side of the room. Keep your heels lifted, your legs as close as you can get them. Now let's bend the knees in towards the right elbow for 2. Bend slow for 3. Bend slow for 4, and straighten your legs super slow for 2. Straighten slow for 3. Straighten slow for 4. So as you bend your knees, you just aim them towards your right elbow. Try to keep your hips up in line with your shoulders. And then as you straighten, you just want to make sure your hips are still open to the right and they're not facing the ground. That's the temptation here. Push down in your palms to really lift yourself up away from the mat, up out of your shoulders. And then you just bend your knees until they're right about under your hips. Extend back out. You got one more thing in obliques, and it's coming next, okay? You got 15 seconds. We're gonna finish this side with a side plank. So your left elbow will come down to the mat. You're gonna stack your feet or knees on the ground. Side plank, left elbow comes down to the mat. You're gonna stack your feet or your knees on the ground in 4, 3, 2. All right, so I don't need these right now. So I'm gonna put my left elbow on the mat. Got some extra cushioning. And then now you can stack your feet or your knees on the floor. If you need your knees, totally fine. Also, you have the option to bring your top foot in front of the bottom for a bit more stability. Push down in your left elbow. Get those hips nice and high. You're lifting out of your shoulder. All right, we're gonna thread the needle. So start to wrap this right arm around, slow for 2, 3, 4. You rotate to the ground, hips up, and then now open back up. 2, 3, 4, hips up. You got it. So just wrap around. You rotate to the ground slightly, keep your hips high, open up. We're going to lower body again, all right? You got the right side coming next. 12 seconds. All right, we're gonna stand up again for elevator lunge on the right. We grab a slider. 7 more, elevator lunge on the right. We stand up, we grab a slider. 4, 3, 2, all right. Half the body down. Okay, so I'm just gonna come over to this side. And now, it's gonna be the right foot forward, okay? And then, again, I like to use the mat to cushion my foot. You totally don't have to if you don't want to. And then the ball of your left foot will be on the slider. Lift your back heel high, and we're gonna start in that hold. So bend your right knee, hinge your chest forward. Let's just hold at the bottom. All right, so make sure your right knee is over your ankle. You're hinging forward, chin over shin. Your thighs almost parallel to the ground. All right, now let's start to rise. Try not to beat me. Let's do it. Up slow for 2. Up slow for 3. Up slow for 4. If you can, keep a tiny micro bend in your right knee. And then let's lower down. Hips go back and down. Hinge forward. Bend your knee. 2, 3, 4. And then dig through your heel. Contract your right glute. Start to lift. Okay, so with this one, remember, you really want to watch your knee, right? Make sure it stays stacked right over your ankle, just so it's not jutting out. And you're hinging forward just enough so you're not in your back. So think like chin over shin. Rise up nice and slow. And then remember, on the way down, we want to try to come all the way down until your thigh, it's almost parallel to the ground like this. That way you hit your glute, not just your quad. And we have 2 holds. First one's coming. All right, you got 8 seconds, and then we're gonna hold at the bottom. Try to get your thigh almost parallel to the ground. In 4, 3, 2, let's do it. So just hold at the bottom, and now from here, just a little pulse. Let's go up 2 inches, down 2. Just a little up 2, little down 2. So try to take that pause in between each one, just so we get the most out of each one. 8 more, that's it. Full range, we're gonna go down first. You got 4, 3, 2 down first. Now rise up slower than you want to. Let's do it. Up for 2, 3, 4. Try to keep your back heel lifted. And then let's go for that next one. Just inhale. Let your breath help you. So we inhale on the way down. And then just big exhale on the way up. Imagine there's energy driving up through your heel to lift you up. All right, we got one more hold, one more variation. We do that combo, and then you got one more move in this leg. All right, so 10 seconds, final time. We're gonna be at the bottom. Try to get nice and low. In 5, 4, 3, 2, let's do it. So come all the way down, your thigh almost parallel to the ground. Pause, and now it's that carriage kick. Bend your back knee, drag it in slow for 2, 3, 4, slowly straighten, you got this, 2, 3, 4, dig through your front heel and the ball of your back foot. Let the tension build in your right leg. You can do it, you got 12 more, try not to give up. We're gonna make that combo, so 1 lunge, 1 kick. We straighten the back leg first. 5, 4, 3, 2, back leg goes long. Pause, now let's rise up super slow. Let's do it. 2, 3, 4, and then now come back down super slow for 2, 3, 4, pause, 1 kick. You bend in the back knee, straighten, pause, rise up. So take that pause in between each one. Try not to let them bleed into each other. So we're not using momentum here. Everything's super slow. Just 12 more seconds. One more move in this leg. It's gonna be side lunge. We pivot to face the left. You're gonna keep your slider. 7 more, side lunge. We're gonna pivot to face the left and you keep your slider. In 4, 3, 2. All right, come to the top. Pivot to face the left. So keep the ball of your left foot on your slider, and now all of your weight stays on the right side. Start that hold, so sit your hips back and down. Your right hip, knee, ankle, all in line with each other. Shift your knee back as much as you can, chest forward, get nice and low, your weight is in your heel. Now let's rise up, let's do it. 2, 3, 4, and then now hips go back and down. Again, all your weight on the right side, lower down for 2, 3, 4, and then dig through your heel, come up slow. So with this one, remember, I know your knee is gonna stick out a little bit, but actively shift it back as much as you can by sitting your hips back and down. Bringing your chest forward will help. So all your weight is in your heel, you should be able to wiggle your toes this whole time. All right, 2 holds. First one's coming. So in 8 seconds, we're gonna hold at the bottom. Just get as low as you can without getting in your knee. In 4, 3, 2, let's do it. Just hold. Now it's that side carriage kick, so stay low. Bend in the left knee for 2, 3, 4, slowly straighten. 2, 3, 4, keep going. So the tension is building in this right leg, but you're not here long. Try to finish it out. You have 8 more. Full range. We're gonna straighten the left leg. We're gonna go down a little bit first. In 4, 3, 2, left leg goes long, pause, go down a little bit. I know, come up really slow. Yes, it should burn in such a good way. And then go for that next one right away, just inhale. And then big exhale on the way up. Remember, you got 1 more hold, 1 more variation. We go back to full range, we're done with legs. So try to see that burn, that discomfort as a good thing, right? This is you getting stronger, don't forget that. 10 more, final hold. All right, 1 more time. Just get as low as you can without getting in your knee. Hips go back, we hold at the bottom. You got 4, 3, 2, hold. Now it's just a little pulse. Hips go up 2 inches and down 2, just breathe. Just breathe, you can do it. 8 more, that's it. Full range to finish this. We're gonna go down first. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, down. Now come up slower than you want to. Let's do it. 2, 3, 4. Whew, I feel it too. Let's finish it out. That's it. Finish it out because you got 12 more seconds and it's gonna be mermaid on the right. We get to kneel on the mat. Just 7 more. Keep going. Mermaid on the right. We kneel on the mat. In 4, 3, 2. So we're done with legs. All right. So we put our sliders over to the side. Now let's kneel on the mat. And then now this time your right leg is gonna go out long. Make sure the whole bottom of your foot's completely planted on the ground. Now wrap your left arm around your waist. Extend your right arm out long. Let's create the diagonal first. So start to lower down to the left. Pause. All right, remember, we never come up more than this. Now let's continue to lower down to the left for 2. Lower down for 3. Lower down for 4, keep that straight spine. Now lift up, use your oblique and your abs. 2, 3, 4, pause. So we never come up all the way, right? And then now let's do it again. So pretend like you have a metal rod in your back. Just so you're not curving in your spine at all. You come down till you're almost parallel to the ground. You have to keep your abs engaged. And then use your oblique to lift. So every time we lift, think about growing taller through the crown of your head and making sure you pause at that diagonal. We got one hold. It's coming in 10 seconds, all right? So we're just gonna hold about halfway down and you really squeeze your abs, okay? Hold halfway down. In 4, 3, 2, pause. All right, keep your torso nice and still, squeeze your abs. Hands behind the ears. And then now let's straighten the arms overhead, bend back in. The tension is building in your oblique. You got 12 seconds. You can do this. It's gonna be snake, hands mat. Feet sliders, come on, you got 7 more. Snake, hands mat. Feet sliders, 4, 3, 2. All right, it's way tougher than it looks, I know. All right, let's get in our high plank to start. So your hands will be on the mat, the balls of your feet on your sliders. Once you're here, cross your right foot in front of your left. Open up your hips, knees, and toes to face the left side of the room. And then now keep your legs together, heels lifted. Bend the knees in towards your left elbow for 2. Bend slow for 3. Bend slow for 4, and then slowly straighten your legs for 2. Straighten slow for 3. Straighten slow for 4. So as you bend your knees, you just aim them towards the left elbow. Try to keep your hips up in line with your shoulders. And again, they can be a little higher. You just don't want to be so high that you lose the tension. Try to keep your sliders pretty close together. And just bend. And then slowly straighten. But push down in your palms to lift your chest up away from the mat. We're not here super long. You got one more move in obliques, and then it's our finale. You got 15 seconds, and it's gonna be that side plank. So right elbow will hit the mat. You can stack your feet or your knees. Side plank, right elbow on the mat. You're gonna stack your feet or your knees in 4, 3, 2. All right, so right elbows on the mat. And then you can stack your feet or your knees, up to you. But push down in your right elbow. Lift up out of your shoulder, hips nice and high. You have the option to bring your top foot in front of the bottom one for more stability. All right, now let's thread the needle. Wrap that top arm around for 2, 3, 4. You rotate to the ground slightly. You open up 2, 3, 4. Do it again. So as you wrap around, get those hips a little higher. You open up, keep those hips high. And it's a slight rotation to the ground. We get to lay down after this. You got 12 seconds. It's going to be dead bug. We get to lay down on the mat, give you a break from that upper body. In 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, let's do it. So let's lay down on the mat. You're going to bend your knees, tabletop position. And so your knees are right over your hips, your shin bones parallel to the ceiling. And then our arms go straight up, palms face each other. When we go to the bottom, we're gonna add a little pulse, okay? So first, start to extend your right leg and you're gonna lower your left arm up overhead. Let's do it slow for 2, 3, 4, pause. Just give me a little pulse, little up, little down. Now bring it back in slow for 2, 3, 4. Now let's do the other side, lower down, 2, 3, 4, pause, little pulse, and then come back in. So as you extend out, you wanna press your lower back down into the mat. Keep your abs engaged, so belly button to spine. And then when you bend your knee back in, try to pause your knees when they're right over your hips, so not in too far. You got 10 more of this. It's gonna be a hollow body hold, okay? So we're gonna extend the legs and the arms, lift our head, neck, and shoulders in 4, 3, 2, let's do it. So extend your arms and your legs, lift your head, neck, and shoulders, belly button to spine. You gotta contract those abs, I know. And 12 more. We got SLT burpees. We're gonna stand up, feet on the sliders. SLT burpees, we're gonna stand up, feet on the sliders. You got 4, 3, 2, let's stand up. All right, so you're gonna put your sliders about a foot away from your mat, okay? So this is gonna be a variation where we're gonna do a plank jack instead of a push-up. But first, face your mat, Lift your arms up, big inhale, lower down, exhale. Now bend your knees, let's dive down, grab the mat, slide your feet back, pause. Let's do a plank jack on the sliders. Those feet go apart and in, and then now bend your knees, drop your heels, lift up, do it all again. And then lower down. Exhale, grab your mat. Extend those legs long, plank jack out in, bend your knees, do it all again. So this is one move at SLT that you can do fast if you want to go fast. Up to you. Do what's challenging for you. I want you to think about getting your heart rate elevated here. And if that means you want to do a plank jack and a push-up, go for it. If that means you want to go a little bit faster, go for it. Because you're right at the end. So just keep everything super controlled here. All right, just 10 more. We're gonna hold our high plank at the bottom. Legs go long, you're in your high plank. In 4, 3, 2. So we're at the bottom. Legs are long, just hold. All right, squeeze your abs, pull your tailbone back and down. And then now with control, let's come down to our elbows for a forearm plank. And just hold. Again, squeeze your abs. Don't let those hips drop. To finish, 10 seconds, we're gonna fire crawl, okay? Spread those feet apart, shoulder width apart. And then now we're just gonna walk our elbows up and down to finish in 4, 3, 2, let's do it. So it's up, up, up. You got 12 seconds and you're gonna be done. Fight for it, keep going. You got 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, knees down. You are done. Awesome job. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, my name is Pamela Trujillo. I work at SLT in New York City, and this has been Trainer of the Month Club with Well+Good. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe so you can see more, and I'll see you guys next time.